My name is Kevin Smiley. I'm the General Superintendent for the project here, and it is truly an honor to celebrate this moment. I just want to make sure that everyone here recognizes that these men that are sitting around here are what's making this happen, and I want to honor them.
Bienvenidos todos al trabajo. Obviamente su nombre es Kevin Smiley y lo primero que él dijo fue que la razón por que todos se aplaudieron fue para agradecerle a todos los trabajadores que están alrededor de ellos, que están trabajando aquí. Muchas gracias por el esfuerzo.
So guys, we've got a couple of speakers that we're going to bring up now. I'm not going to hog the stage here. We want to get to what we're all here for. But let me introduce Chris Hoy with UVA behind me. I just want to say it's an honor to introduce this man. I've been building hospitals for a little over 20 years now, and I've had a lot of client representatives that I've worked with, and he is definitely different. We all know that. He's definitely different, but he's different in a good way. And it has been an amazing journey thus far. We still have a long way to go, guys. This does not mark the end of this project by any means. But collaboration and partnership with a client representative like Chris really, I can't say enough. So, Chris Hoy, everybody.
Thank you. So I'm Chris Hoy. I'm a construction manager, manage the construction phase. I just have to say, wow, this project, I was trying to think of how to get my arms around it. Well, I've been trying to get my arms around it for years, but I was driving in thinking of what I was going to say, how I was going to quantify the project in some way. So many ways to quantify it. You can quantify it by, over 300 work people a day on the project right now. You can quantify it with 700,000 man hours worked without lost time accident. You can quantify it just in dollar value of the project, the time that it's going to take to build it and the resource over 5 or 6 or 7 years, 500,000 square feet of clinical space, latest and greatest technology which drives the incredible quality that we're seeing on the job, and certainly the collaboration which makes this job really special. So I thank everyone for that. It's the collaboration that for me really makes a difference. It's me looking out for me, and me looking out for you, and you looking out for me, and then we go home and we look out for our families, we look out for our neighbors, we do things in the community to make it better. And if this is not the group that can institute change in our community and in our area and at this hospital, there never was a group that could. So with that in mind, last year, we had some events in Charlottesville that we didn't like. One of our chopper pilots, our Medcom guys, can you open that for me, Ray? They took this photo, I think it was the morning of August the 12th. They took this photo. These are our cranes over our project. This got tweeted out and with the caption, "Darkness," can you get that closer? Sorry. "Darkness fades against the beauty of a rainbow over UVA Health System, signaling the triumph of diversity and inclusion over hatred and bigotry. Look around you. This is our group, and this is what we do, and we have this kind of impact on our community, and we impact the health system and the way we do business every day." So that got tweeted out by Dr. Rick Shannon, who I'd like to introduce now. And that was also a challenge. I'm going to be brief because I know he doesn't like for people to toot his horn, but I'm going to say a few things. Dr. Shannon is the Executive VP for Health Affairs here at the University of Virginia. I'm not going to go through the colleges and the accolades. I'm just going to mention a couple of them. I'm not going to read what was written. University of Pennsylvania, Princeton, UConn, Harvard, Drexel, Wall Street Journal, New York Times, CNN, CNBC, ABC 2020, PBS. This is a man that we brought to take us to the next level, just like we hired you to take this project to the next level. Dr. Shannon is committed to safety as a top priority. One of the things that I love, and before Dr. Shannon gives us a few choice words, he's here to eliminate hospital-acquired infections and advance efforts to improve patient outcomes and the bottom line. And that really jumps out at me, because when you do those other things, you do that last thing. So what an example and role model of consistency, and what I love most, staying power. So this is Dr. Rick Shannon.
Thank you, Chris. Let me begin by saying I wish I could deliver my brief remarks in a bilingual way, but I do want to say to all my friends, mucho gracias for your extraordinary hard work. The second thing I would say is I clearly don't know how to dress when I come to work like this, but I do want to really take a moment to thank you all and to commend you on just extraordinary work. When we made a decision to construct a new emergency room, expand our interventional platforms, to build a new bed tower, we had the opportunity to call upon the best people in the field to be able to execute on this project. And we chose Skanska. And we chose them for a reason. What moved them to the front of the pack, unquestionably, was their clear commitment to safety, something I do feel quite passionate about. For all their staff, and most importantly, a commitment to safety for our patients and our staff as they continue to come to work amidst this complex project. And I'll just give you a short anecdote. Early one morning, out here on Cherry Street, one of our nurses was coming to work and her car broke down. And 3 of the Skanska workers had stopped on their way to work to assist that nurse to get her car off the road, to wait until AAA came to take care of her car. You have been an extraordinary partner in our community, not just on the job, but in every aspect of what we do. The commitment to safety oftentimes is easy to espouse but difficult to practice. But I would say there is no greater example of a commitment to safety than the team here at Skanska and their work on this project. You've proven not only that you walk the walk, but that you've become part and an example for our culture that aspires to be a fraction as safe as you are. I think deeply ingrained in that commitment to safety is the fact that you look out for each other, that everyone takes care of themselves and they take care of the person next to them. And it is that deep belief in the ability and the caring for another human being that I think we all commit ourselves to on a daily basis, whether it's in building this extraordinary building or it's in taking care of patients who come to us sick with the hope of recovery. Your belief in safety, and I recognize it is a deep belief, is matched by a system of accountability. You guys hold yourselves responsible and you hold each other accountable to the goal. The message from your office is indelible in my mind. IFE, the journey that takes you home. IFE, an injury-free environment. It matters that you go home to your loved ones intact and better for having been to work. And that's a culture that I think we attempt to emulate on a daily basis. The topping off ceremony is that next extraordinary milestone. It seems like just yesterday we stood outside and had the groundbreaking. And here today, we have the opportunity to do this topping off ceremony, which is the next important milestone. There is much work to be done before patients will occupy this building, but you are contributing in an extraordinary way to the care of human beings who will come here looking for miracles. UVA is the hospital of hope. We're the place people come when there's no place else to turn to. And the structure you're completing for us will be the next extraordinary part of that journey to take care of anyone, regardless of how sick they are or their ability to pay. But in addition to safety, I want to call out 2 other things. Walking over here with Chris and talking to Kevin, it's extraordinarily how innovative you've been in the build out of this building. Looking at three-dimensional models, the ability to walk over to an image on the wall, scan your cell phone, be able to look at the development of that particular floor. The use of prefabrication, where elements of the building are done in a laboratory under safer conditions and then brought to the site where they can be, rather than built on site, be simply completed as part of the infrastructure. This use of innovation is simply extraordinary, and it's just another reason why I think Skanska stands out in our minds as the top of the heap, the best in class, and why we're so proud to have you here. So again, thank you very much. This is a great way for us to kick off a new year. I'm indebted to each and every one of you who come to work every day to do this. And I'll tell you, given your record of safety, each of you could have my job someday. So thank you all very much, and keep up the great work.